Hilda, Hilda,
Hilda, Hilda,
and Hilda, Hilda.
and welcome to the Satirical News.
First to business, and James Packer's $250 million raid on the 10 network is part of an elaborate plan that could lead to the axing of 10's sports channel 1HD. Packer said he had better things to do than sit around and watch two guys kick a footy to one another. And what would these better things be, Mr. Packer? Important business meetings? Cutting deals with property magnates? Dining with the rich and famous? Have you thought about the fact a child's head is roughly the same size as a football, Mr. Packer? You have, haven't you?
Research in London has shown bees with a brain the size of a grass seed can solve complex mathematical problems. Meanwhile, Timmy from South Park can kill bees by running them over with his wheelchair. Who's smarter now?
The man in the Old Spice commercials was in Melbourne last week. During his stay, we asked Old Spice what it felt like to ride on Melbourne's public transport.
I'm on a horse.
In politics, and a man has thrown two shoes at John Howard during an appearance on Q&A last week. The shoes were thrown using a medium-pace right arm overarm action that the man who threw the shoes said Howard could learn a lot from. The day after the shoe incident, Howard attended an autograph signing for his new book titled Lazarus Rising. Howard was considering sending Peter Costello along, but eventually decided to attend the signing himself, knowing full well there was only one man for the job.
There was only one man for the job, and that's me, John Howard. And maybe George Bush. You have no idea what that man can do with a 5-inch long permanent marker. Don't tell Jeanette.
To transport news, and a new team of ducks, chickens and roosters have been hired by the Victorian government to run Melbourne's trains. One of the hired chickens was asked to outline the benefits the changing of the guard would have for Melbourne commuters. In its response, the chicken gave a backwards pelvic thrust and laid an egg.
Still on transport news, and vending machines at train stations are the targets of a police crackdown on passenger safety. Any vending machine caught carrying a weapon, abusing passengers or smoking a cigarette will be arrested and taken back to the police station, so everyone can have their dinner.
A Swedish man has claimed he came up with the idea for Avatar before James Cameron. Meanwhile, James Cameron wishes he came up with the idea of living in Sweden before he came up with Avatar. That way, he could have had a house in Sweden, written Avatar, and kicked some Swedish guy's ass just for the hell of it.
Teen singing sensation Justin Bieber is launching his very own line of nail polish. Hitting stores this December, the new products target Bieber's core audience, which is made up of young girls, and young girls.
To the stock market now, and high heels rose 16mm today to be back in action on the ridiculous evening wear market. The rise comes after a bad fall last Saturday left high heels flat and the investor badly bruised. The confidence of ridiculous evening wear investors has since returned, largely thanks to a helping hand from James Packer. His midweek investment in high heels, diamond rings and white evening gowns prompted gold diggers to invest in high heels, diamond rings and white evening gowns. Just for the fun of it, he then bought Channel 10.
And some bad news for fans of high-quality music. Katy Perry has released a new album.
To sport, and Tiger Woods will be returning to Australia next week to defend his Australian Masters crown. Since his victory in the event last year, Woods has not won a single tournament after various off-field indiscretions surfaced. Australian crowds have been told to show respect to the world's #1 golfer when he arrives. Hang on a moment. You want us to show him respect? Is the $3 million appearance fee not enough respect for you, Tiger? Maybe you should show us some respect and not spend your $3 million appearance fee on whips, fluffy handcuffs and a longer shaft for your driver. Think of the children, Tiger. Tiger, please, think of the children.
The 150th running of the Melbourne Cup took place last Tuesday amongst much fanfare, but the horses are not happy. They say they want a public holiday too. The Minister for Horses, who looks a lot like a horse, said there will be no public holidays for horses until Bart's eyebrows reach the moon.
And today's weather, the chance of rain in the north, before rain maybe in the east, and definitely rain perhaps, interestingly not enough, in the south. And this has been the Satirical News.
Good tidings to you.
And good tidings to you.